This is Electric Universe Size, and today I am driving towards Houston, and there's a tropical storm that just happens to have spawned up as I'm driving to Houston. So here's it's not the very tip. The clouds started when I left Dallas-Fort Worth and slowly got thicker and thicker. So now I am here. And you can see we're kind of at this tip of the tropical storm, and it's getting heavier. And I can see it pushing down right there. So you can kind of see going towards the right where that upper cloud layer force winds are pushing down from above. It's pretty cool. If you can see up there, there's little gaps. I'm getting a view of little wispies of this mesocyclone above. So we'll see what happens. You know, there's what I see in these spiraling arms that are starting to form are these cloud systems. And these cloud systems look like they match the hill formations that I see kind of throughout Central and West Texas. And again, my thoughts are still, there's plenty of evidence to show way inland in Texas that there is lots of sea life, fossils and all kinds of things. So my thoughts are the Gulf of Mexico used to be a giant standing storm, and I don't know how long it lasted or even when it was. That's how I'm imagining these spiral bands or these spiral arms of these huge storms are not only dropping tons of water, but on one portion of these spiral arms, there's tons of lightning and plasma discharge ionizing the sky. And hell, there could be dust and things being ripped up from the ground and then deposited. So ripped up from one area, deposited in the other. So that's still where my mind is. Look at this one right above me. You can see the path it's traveling on. That clear skies right there. Big, gigantic cloud. Coming. Look at that. Look at those bands out there. You see those clouds? That's what I'm talking about. Rift in the clouds. So you're telling me that there is this much force of winds that can push up and down through these atmospheric boundary layers, and things like a hurricane or tornadoes can spin up, and unimaginable storms with air pressure and water and wind. And you're telling me that can't affect the ground? That can't change the shape of the planet, of the Earth's surface, when you have the most erosive forces that they say over millions and billions of years, the forces of erosion have taken its course. But we witness catastrophic storm systems, and you can't imagine if we were in a much worse predicament with our solar, with whatever solar influence happened in the past. I can tell you how many different cultural stories I've read that say that's not our original sun in the sky, and that other planets came pretty damn close to our planet, and towards the end it was Mars and Venus, and prior to that Jupiter reigned in the sky, and prior to that it was Saturn, and that's originally where Mars and Venus came from, along with the Earth. That one right there, that was pretty. That's pretty. There's the Huntsville State Penitentiary. So, you know, you don't want to go to prison in Texas because that's where you might die. It's starting To look ominous. See these clouds wrapping around kind of in a spiral right here. Oh, it's about to hit real hard. Here it comes. Oh boy. Can't even see. Can't even see. First band I just passed through and I see clear skies and it's brightening up. Hooray. Look at that. Now the rain stops. Beautiful skies. I guess I can turn this off. Look at that. That rain band was thick. There you go. You can see this next one here coming. Look at how thick that wall is. You can see it reaching out over there. You can see it because I can't look, but it's back that way what I just went through, and it starts over there and it wraps all the way over there where that cloud is starting to puff up, and then you can see where this next wall is that I'm driving into. Now it's beautiful. Look, like nothing ever happened. It's gorgeous, but it's not gonna last for long. Look. Kind of freaky. Hey, question. Look at those three clouds right there. Why do they appear to be in a sideways spiral? Oh, because they're twisting sideways in a spiral and they're separated by the other boundary layers. Look, you can even see that one, the left, the third on the left. You can see that little wispies flipping off. Oh, well, twisting. It's a sideways helix. Alright, I'm in Conroe, just north of Houston. And it's getting crazier. Houston, everybody. H-Town, what's up? This expedition had gone to the island to watch when the comet transited the sun, but no indication of the
in a way, you know, like the microverse.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know, that kind of thing did hit me.
I mean, that is...
Looked at An Namas in Libya, not far from the Libyan glass fields. It looked like a fall grade to me. I just had a look at the...
To get back to that, it seemed, but because we noticed that in our divination processes.
What's that all about, that kind of differential? Sure, I understand, obviously, the density of the Earth. I know the standard answer, but the idea that within this consciousness we get to have this massive, overpowered sense just in one direction, and everything else seems to be limited.
Well, if you think about it from the perspective Most brains aren't built with eyeballs.
If you never looked at a bug and never looked at a star, you could still have a pretty full existence on Earth, right? From bringing physics into philosophy and metaphysics.